Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bits and Bytes. That's right, all things consumable. From all the places you want to be. Turn it up in my headphones. That's right, it's the United States edition. Turn it up, I'm gonna miss it. United States edition, what does that mean? United States edition, Bits and Bytes, only means one thing. And by now, you better know. And if you don't know, you gotta know. It's 50 states in 50 weeks. And 49 plus long weeks ago, we started this journey. It brings us to week 50. There's only one state when you do your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s that it could possibly be, and it's the great state of Wyoming! Wyoming is here, everybody! Welcome to week 50 of Bits and Bytes, United States edition. Week 50, Wyoming to the main stage, front and center. Per usual, the flag is here. Let's take a quick peek. All right, it's a flag and a flag and a flag. Very curious. It says there's a buffalo in the center. Great seal of the state of Wyoming. And it looks like there's some kind of Roman chicanery going on in the middle, if I had to take a guess. But a flag and a flag and a flag. Interesting, considering last week's 49 state had a flag and a flag. That's a flag and a flag and a flag. Strange with the W's, but you know what? They're all a little strange. Week 50, Wyoming is here. Let's get it going. You know what time it is. It's time for the fast facts. Wyoming, nicknamed the Equality State. Interesting. Statehood in 1890, the 44th state. With this great union population, 585,000. Jesus Christ, it's a big state, no? Capital Cheyenne, biggest city Cheyenne, and the abbreviation is WY. Why? Everyone's favorite part of the show. That's right, it's the state bird. It's the meadowlark. Everyone show me the meadowlark. I'm not gonna lie, this looks a lot like, I mean, do I say it every week? This looks like a lot like every other dumb bird. There she is, let's see her. This looks like the dumb bird from last week. Go back to week 49. That dumb bird, very similar to this dumb bird. No doubt. State flower, the Indian paintbrush. Never heard of such a thing. Let's take a peek at this. Okay, have I seen these? I don't know. I don't know. Let's take a look at this. Is it pretty? Yeah, that's not bad. Look at that, very nice petals, a nice stem, perhaps a stamen or two isn't involved. Looks very nice. You know what? Arguably, one of the best flowers of the show. But everyone knows a rose by any other name. Right, guys? That's what we say with the flowers. Guys, it is Big Bad Week 50. Hold on, Steam Live. Big Bad Week 50 is here. Wyoming is at the plate. Wyoming. I mean, what do we know about Wyoming? What did we bring into Wyoming? Is there a perfectly cooked steak sitting right here getting cold? Yes. What a waste of time. What am I doing talking still? I should be digging in. Christ, the sacrifices I make for the fans. Let's get into Wyoming a little bit. Let's see what the Google says. Talk to me, Googs. Wyoming is a state in the Mountain West sub-region of the Western United States. That's the first time I've heard of that. 50 weeks, first time I've heard of the Mountain West sub-region. The 10th largest state by area, it is also the least populous and least densely populated state in the contiguous United States. Wow, that's all you got. Let's zoom in, let's take a peek, let's take a poke around this little thing. Wyoming, what do you got? To the north, Montana. Clockwise, South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, Utah, Idaho. Right in the middle of a bunch of states where you're like, what's that? And Wyoming's just strange out there. Let's look at some of these cities. Have we heard any? Cheyenne? Didn't they say that's the capital? All right, that's down the south east. Rock Springs. Sounds like they rock hard at Rock Springs. Wind River Reservation, of course. There's some Indians here. Some Native Americans, sorry. Don't want to get canceled week 50. Yellowstone is here. That's right. That makes sense. The Grand Tetons. Yes, it isn't Jackson Hole here. Yes, Teton Village, the Grand Tetons, Jackson Hole. I don't know what those things are. South Park. Who saw South Park coming? I didn't know that. I didn't know South Park was there. Community does not have any connections with South Park, the animated Comedy Central television series. Whatever, dude. Just embrace it. Don't fight against that shit. No one else even knows you exist. Whatever, dude. Welcome to Wyoming, where there isn't much to be had. Has there been more action-packed episodes? You betcha. Has there been more interesting episodes? You betcha. Will there be more delicious episodes? To be determined. We brought in some steak from Wyoming Pure Natural Beef. A beautiful porterhouse, albeit a little bit on the thin side. I like a nice thick porterhouse. I like a nice, give me a good 1.5 inch minimum. But this is a little thin, I'm not gonna lie, but we're not gonna complain yet, we didn't even try it. And of course, you gotta have a little greenery, gotta have a little smashy smash with it, and we're gonna fucking dig into there. It's gonna be fantastic. And then with that, something I'm very excited to try, Wyoming whiskey. Wyoming whiskey is not I've had their standard issue stuff, but we got our hands on the limited edition Outrider American Straight Whiskey. Distilled, barreled, bottled in Wyoming, and unlike some other whiskeys on this program that we've discussed, this uses local grains from Wyoming. And let's just get into it. I haven't tried this yet. I'm very stoked to do it. And I think we should get right into it, because what I want to show you is a couple things about this whiskey that I thought was pretty fantastic. Kill the music a little bit. Wyoming whiskey. Here's their website. Wyoming Family Whiskey. Great. Before we even get into it, let's do a big toast. Week 50, series finale. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Whoever's watching live, cheers. To Bits and Bites, and more importantly, to Wyoming. Cheers, Wyoming. Cheers, you weird buffalo. Oh, that's a good one. 100 proof. I can taste it. Woo! All right. Now, here's what I thought was interesting about Wyoming whiskey. Wyoming Family Whiskey, blah, blah, blah. All these whiskey places have stories, right? But, peep this, Wyoming. I mean, they got these tiles. I'm just going to read off the tiles here and just, again, a little bit more whiskey knowledge, everybody. Wyoming, the state defines us. It's in our blood, our whiskey, blah, 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 blah. Family, blah, 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 blah. Whiskey, blah, 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 blah. This isn't the page I wanted. Where's the page? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. There's a page with the same things there, but it's got more info. Hold on, I'm not crazy. I know I saw this. Is it maybe it is there? I thought it was those three. There was more. Yeah, here they are. They're down here. This is what's important about this whiskey, I thought. Wyoming whiskey, you would feel that it would be called that and they wouldn't use any Wyoming product. This is exciting stuff. Local corn, wheat, barley, rye, no GMOs. Right from their website. We know who grows. Our partners, Brent and Sherry Raggeth in Byron, Wyoming, have worked with Wyoming whiskey from the start to select the strains of non-GMO corn, winter wheat, barley, and winter rye for specific starch and sugar yields, the building blocks of whiskey. They're using Wyoming-grown product in this whiskey. I fucking love that. Mash bill, here you go. They give you the straight-up mash bill of what they use in the standard issue. Their water, they talk about the water from Wyoming, which they use. Obviously, big limestone presence. They're big and proud of it. Great. The yeast, there's some stuff here on the yeast. They talk about it. It's a little nerdy. We don't got to get into that. The hot and cold, they go into this breath. It's a little bit. Then it goes 5 years into a rick house. Awesome stuff. Fantastic. Made from Wyoming product, which is what we're always looking for here. A lot of states tried to chip us out of that kind of shit. Now, here's the one that we're drinking specifically, the Outrider whiskey, a limited edition, like I said. As it says on the website, in horseman terms, the Outrider stands apart, securing I try to put on my most, I don't know. I don't even know what this is. It's like a shirt. It's like a shirt. It's like a blazer. It's a little bit of both. I love it. I'm a big fan of it. I just don't know what it is. It felt like something perhaps a horseman would wear. Wyoming. I'm just going with it. We're the bit to the death. You know it. Securing the herd's flank, whether it's cattle or pricey thoroughbreds that he prevents from straying. Our Outrider whiskey also stands apart. Distinct and different. It is not a bourbon. It is not a true rye. The result is a truly singular spirit that's great for sipping or making cocktails. I gotta say, so far so good. Fantastic. Straight American whiskey is a blend of 2 distinct mash bills, an almost rye whiskey, and a high rye bourbon. 2 things that I like. That represent Wyoming's whiskey first use of rye. Well done, Wyoming whiskey. I want to give them a call. Can we call them? Outriders offers a taste profile not seen anywhere else in the American whiskey category. I think that's fair. This reminds me a little bit of a rum I've had before, if I have to be honest. The front of the mouth experience is light to moderate rye spice with a full creamy mouthfeel. The rye slowly fades as the smooth characteristics of bourbon finish the Outrider experience. Copper to mahogany color, sure. Nose, pumpernickel bread with melted butter, honey aromas of beeswax candles, orange blossom pollen, and warm cherry cobbler. All right, let's see. Wow, I get them all. Not really. Palate, hot chocolate yeast biscuits drizzled with dark molasses, honeyed hay, and roasted cumin in brown butter. I feel like I've used that exact definition at a real wine tasting before, just to be a dick. But let's try it again. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, reading that again while I drink it, not that far off. Mouthfeel, medium viscosity, lots of caramelized wood sugars together with gentle rye spiciness. I'd say so. Finish long and warming, lingering flavors of maple syrup over French toast. Yeah. Sure. I'm into all of that. I think we should try to contact them immediately. I don't know what time it is over there, but time is of the essence. Give me that number. Let's see if we can get them on the horn. Calling Wyoming whiskey. Whiskey. I gotta eat this steak. It's getting cold.
Thank you for calling Wyoming Whiskey.
Welcome.
You have reached us after hours.
No!
Know your party's extension number. Please dial.
God damn it. Why are all these places... What time is it? I mean, it is late, I guess, over there. Whatever, dude. We'll call some antique stores or something later. Anyway, Wyoming whiskey made from the state it's made from. That's right, chat. There's someone who knows. There's someone who follows along. Wyoming, made in Wyoming, made with Wyoming product. The last time I remember this happening was Alaska, for Christ's sake. So it's bookending the whole series. It kind of makes sense. Very delicious stuff. This is really good. This is not their cheapest offering. They have a couple other ones. I want to say this was like a $50 bottle or something. The normal stuff's like $30. This is the bottle you'll normally see, I think. The white bottle. It's all right. I've had it. I wasn't too excited to get my hands on this one because I had the other one that was okay. But this is fantastic. This belongs on your shelf. You get your hands on some Outrider. Big fan. And then there was Wyoming Pure Beef. Calling Wyoming Pure Beef. They're going to be close too, but let's just give them a call before I get into it. I feel like we might catch them. Oh, wow. Shipping demands. Look at this. Ooh, wholesome beef. I'll tell you all about what I got here in a second. See if they answer. Yeah, they're not going to answer. It's okay. Anyway, Wyoming Pure, again, you know the show, you know the bit, you know what we're doing out here, all right? We're trying to find the best stuff we can get our hands on. And we always try our best. And I just have a video of good. Oh no, this is a Wyoming Tourism Board video we're gonna watch later. We're off the rails. The Wyoming Pure Natural Beef. Here we go. Natural beef, raised in Wyoming, grazed on Wyoming pastures. Pasture fed, free range and all that good stuff, grass fed, and they finish with corn, which makes sense throughout the Midwest. I would think so. Like I said, we got the overhead here. If I'm going to show you, not the thickness I want on my steak. Like I want double that. I want if you're gonna give me a porterhouse, it's got to be double. Now, I did buy a pack of steaks from them that came with a massive tomahawk. I didn't make that because it's just a little old me here. Got a little mashy mash, a little brocky brock, just because it seems necessary. But let's get into the steak that's getting cold as it sits here. There was a large fat cap on the side. I kind of want to try that first, because I did char it up nice. I don't know if I want to carve this whole steak or just eat it like I'm eating like a person. Maybe I'll carve it. Maybe I'll do a proper carve. Maybe we did the French press tutorial last week. Let me show you how I carve a steak. All right. Usually the porterhouse bone's a little bit longer down the middle, but you can see here, this is where the delineation mark is going to be. This side's a filet. This side's a New York strip. What you want to do is you want to get in there. You want to cut right around the bone now. Right around that bone now. And then you do it on the other side for the fillet. I cooked this a little on the rare side, because this was cooked about 20 minutes ago. I knew it was going to rest. And also, I'm not going to eat this whole thing now, so it's going to see a reheat or two. Nothing like watching a guy just cut a steak, you know? That's the strip side cut up. Filet very tender. See how we cook this? It looks nice. Good cook on that, of course. I did it. Gonna get in there and eat that filet tip. Oh, yeah. Good char on that. Taste the grill. What I'm trying to get in here is some beef taste. I want to know what's up with the beef. I want to know if this Wyoming beef is going to bring me the flavor I'm looking for. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rip off a hunk of this fat cap that's on the end here. It's charred up. Now, if you're getting a high quality steak, which I'm telling you right now this is, and you're getting, pastured animals, fat's good for you. The fat from grass-fed animals is proper fat. It's the fat that the cattle are supposed to have. Now, let's pull up their website a little bit about our cattle. That's what I care about. I mean, I know they have an Our Story section. Oh, sorry, I can't say it. They have an Our Story section. Small family-owned, operated business started 2004. That's fantastic. Very happy about that, guys. You make me happy. Our ranch is managed in an eco-friendly way, blah, blah, blah. Great. Tell me about the animal I'm eating. Our cattle. Born and raised in southeast Wyoming, born and raised in Wyoming, on our ranch, graze on pasture land or other forage crops, and are finished on grain, raised on our farm, or purchased from the other producers in the southeastern Wyoming area. Only southeastern Wyoming fed and grown cattle on this episode. Finish our cattle on grain to maximize marbling and taste, and I gotta tell you, very well done. Good stuff. Cattle are never given synthetic hormones or antibiotics. Processed USDA inspection. Let's get in the middle here and get some meat. Want to see my steak job? Oh, nice cook on that. Look at that. Who's cooking the steak for a TV show better than that? I know nobody. All right, now. Your boy eats a lot of steak. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this steak as I eat it. I put nothing on this but salt. I let it come to room temp. It's a dry-aged steak. I'm almost positive. Our beef is dry. There it is, the next line. Our beef is dry-aged for 21 days to ensure peak flavor and tenderness. After the dry-aging process, beef is frozen in vacuum-sealed packages. This came to me in a vacuum-sealed pack with some ribeyes. This is the porterhouse. Like I said, a massive... I should have brought the tomahawk to the studio, but I didn't. I'm going to... Wow, big flavor on this steak, I'm not going to lie. I did not expect the Wyoming pure beef to really showcase itself like that, but let's wash it down with a little Wyoming whiskey. I mean, I feel like I'm just sitting in Jackson Hole right now. Now, I gotta say, that's a really fucking good steak. I eat a lot of steak, I eat a lot of beef from a lot of people around the country. Wow, that's really, really delicious. I was not expecting it to be that good. New York strip is probably my favorite cut of steak, so I'm excited to nibble on this part of it over here. This broccoli, however, not from Wyoming whatsoever. That could be from Indochina. Who knows? Really good stuff. I really don't know what else to say about it. We tried to contact you. It didn't work. Read some reviews. I don't want to read Google reviews. Get out of here. Wyoming beef. Wow, that's really good. We're going to keep eating that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Man down. All right, studio floor's clean. All right. Let's watch the Wyoming Tourism Board video called Good Old Wyoming. Because I don't know anything about Wyoming. I mean, unless there's a pure beef video we could get into. What was it called? Wyoming Pure. I can't spell beef right, so that doesn't help. I'm gonna say that this is not include. I mean, this is a half-hour PBS special. That's probably not where we're gonna go. Just show me the video. Let's get back into Wyoming. We know the beef's good. Let's go. Hit it.
How you been?
Not the song.
Wyoming.
And we're gonna get pulled from this. We gotta lower it. We gotta lower the music. Maybe. Hold on. Is it?
Wildlife photography.
Oh, it stops. All right. Just want to make sure it stops. We'll just let it run then. Fuck it. Okay. We know.
Wyoming is a place unlike anywhere else. There's a definite energy that you only have to be here for a little while to feel it kind of impermeate you.
It's
Impermeate
truly
you.
so beautiful. We're just kind of in awe of it. We're like, we need to come back and spend more time here.
I love everything about this state, the texture of the landscape, the scenery. There's so much to do here, and it's just pure, like, open space freedom.
Pure open space
When you're
freedom.
here, you have this sort of sense of
Amber
freedom
Pollock,
and
co-owner Backwards Distilling Company. All right.
independence, and we appreciate that, definitely.
Wyoming in general is a nice, fun place to live. Being in Wyoming,
King
gives you a
Saddle and
feeling of
Ropes.
freedom, and if you have to go see some symphony or something, you can go there and then come back and be yourself again.
Oh, symphony. What the hell is he talking about?
I'm dying to know
All right.
how you been.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. They showed nothing but wide open landscapes. What the hell else is going on there? Is there a city?
These city lights
Is there a town? I like a big sky like that, though. Big fan of that.
for you.
That's a very romantic song here. Wow, is that what the skies look like in time lapse? Sick. We got some gnats. We got a lone outrider, if you will, walking the lonesome path. Looks like some big pines. A lot more big pines. Big sky country. No, that's Montana.
People in Wyoming have definitely a sense of independence.
Do they?
There's a lot of people that open small businesses and kind of want to be their own boss.
Oh.
And I think that's inherent. I think a certain kind of person lives in Wyoming.
Everyone is really active on business development here in Wyoming. Best place in the country to start a business for sure. We have lots of
Guy sells
space,
drill bits.
we have lots of opportunity. We have a lot of great people here. It's really a great place to live.
Well, I'm dying
I'm ready to move. Let's go. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go to big sky country. Damn it, it's not big sky country.
First connected with
Mountain guide, Cara Liberator. Liberator.
my heart sang and my soul felt free.
She looks like the most Wyoming thing I've seen so far here. I'm not gonna lie. That chick looks very Wyoming.
My personal connection to Wyoming is really everything you see.
A lot of snowshoeing out there, is there?
Here. You know, once the sun comes up and you can
Okay.
see the sunlight off the mountains and the lakes and the rivers. I mean, it's really a place that you often just see in pictures and in sketches.
I mean, these videos look beautiful, of course, but I could
Here in Wyoming.
make a video of me in the morning and make it look beautiful. Yeah, I did a rod competitor.
Skiing.
They train out there?
dog
Okay.
sledding,
I didn't know that
snowshoeing,
that's the thing.
Wildlife photography. It's all here. I've traveled all over the world, and I don't.
A little bit more on his beef, though. I mean, this is sensational. Very good minerality to it. You can actually taste. It's rich. It's like it's rich in a way that like the fat is present, and it was a fairly marbled steak prior to being cooked, but the minerality is something that doesn't usually come through in a steak, especially when it's like a big USDA prime, like all the fat. Usually it's just a fat bomb and coat your mouth, and it's, you know, big and delicious and raw American. More grass-fed steaks, just grass-fed steaks, are usually leaner, but to me have more of that minerally presence, or something someone would call gamey if they don't know what the hell it even tastes like. But it just doesn't taste like that fat bomb. This is a beautiful blend of the two. Obviously corn finished with the marbling that it did have, but it has that big minerality that I look for in a natural, for lack of a better word, kind of like a natural, like a grass-fed steak. Really, really great beef. Whoever cooked that also, they know what they're doing. All right, back to this Iditarod chump.
No another place like Wyoming that offers it all.
There's a reason I live in Wyoming, and that's because I love it here. So it's funny when people always come to visit us, I always plan out this itinerary of all of my favorite trails and waterfalls and lakes and backcountry experiences, because I want to share with them what I love.
All right.
Of course, I love Wyoming, and I'm
loving the enthusiasm of people with Wyoming.
That is Wyoming.
We're gonna have to get some Wyoming people on the phone.
I think that it's a great.
Wow, Frank Eaton. I don't think we're gonna get him. I don't know if he made it.
Populated state in the country because it sure isn't crowded.
I travel a lot. I've been places, and it's fun to do that. But at the same time, I always want to come home. I can only be gone for so long before I have to get back here.
Lots of wildlife, lots of wild people, and just a fun place to live.
Lots of wildlife and wild people. Wyoming.
The soul of Wyoming. It's all in me, and I can say that that's got to be true for everybody else that lives here too. And we're giving that back to her as much as she's giving it to us.
She's talking about Mother Nature. Oh, whoa, rodeo clowns.
Places. When I come back to Wyoming, it's home for me.
Oh, we love it here. I mean,
professional bullfighting. Wow.
I think I'll probably live in Wyoming for the rest of my life.
Wyoming's a wild place. A lot of brewers, a lot of drill bit makers, a lot of Iditarodders.
Why am I here?
This guy.
Why am I here?
Why am I here?
Why am I here in Wyoming?
I also noticed I'm not dressed like any of them. So throw this, this jacket bit didn't work.
It's for the breathing room.
From the Western way of life, to the rodeos at work, to the people that are here, it's home.
Sick hat.
Estoy acá porque me encantan las montañas y pertenezco aquí.
Okay.
Complete a dream of my dad and my younger brothers to have a quality business.
Because I belong here. We all belong here. And I want to preserve these wild places for generations to come.
Ah.
That's why.
That's fantastic.
That's why.
That's why.
That's why.
That's why.
That's why.
That's why.
That's why. That's why.
Maybe we could have got kids to say it better. Oh, I get it. That's why. Oh, that's why. Ah, you fucking got me. I was ready to fire those kids for the production, but now it all makes sense. I get it. All right, well, I'm intrigued. I'm not going to lie. Maybe we got to call some places out there. Can we call this potential place that's probably not open at all? It's called the Damn Store. Let's call them. I think they're not. I don't even know what they are. I don't think they're going to be open. I think we got to go back to the old. No, wait a minute. That's not. This is Idaho. Prank caller. Jesus Christ. What is going on, production? Get your life right. Let's get a hotel. Oh no, the Damn Store is calling us back. I guess we should answer. I'm trying. Hello? Hello?
Hello, did you just call?
Yes.
Doug, at the Damn Store.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good. I thought I was calling someplace in Wyoming, but I see that I'm called Idaho.
Yeah, well, I'm 20 miles on the Idaho side.
Have you been to Wyoming before?
Wyoming. Have I been to Wyoming before?
That's my question, yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I asked is I was trying to call someone in Wyoming because I do a weekly podcast on the food and the drink of every state. It's the last week of the year. We're doing Wyoming. And I was trying to talk to someone who's never been there about the food and the drink there.
Yeah, I've been there.
Is there any great...
I'm 20 miles
All right,
from there.
You might as well be in Wyoming then. That's pretty close, I'd say. I see it on the map. I misclicked, so you're very close. Do you have any insight as to like what an iconic food from Wyoming would be? Because I don't really have. I see some Wyoming ranches. Perhaps there's a beef. I brought some beef in for the show. Is there anything else that sticks out as a particularly Wyoming product to you, like food-wise?
No.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot of good food in Wyoming, but I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Yeah. I try to figure like every state we do. I'm like, what would be the thing you put in like a gift box to be like, hey, here's like, something from home.
Something from Wyoming. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I don't would be potatoes or something like that.
Potatoes. Yeah. I found some
Wyoming. I don't know.
It's tricky. A lot of other states were a little easier. Wyoming's a tricky one. I saw there's a lot of ranches. Like Wyoming beef is a thing. It's not as big as maybe Texas beef and stuff, but we got some steaks from there. Those are pretty delicious. And then I got my hands on some Wyoming whiskey, which is made from all Wyoming grain and products, and they make it there, which is pretty good. I think that's pretty iconic at least. But is there any kind of drink or anything else that sticks out about Wyoming? Since I got you on the phone?
Not that I know of, and you probably ought to call some more people.
I'll be doing that. Well,
I'm really not helping you.
Hey, no, it's all good, man. I appreciate any kind of input. We did a show on Idaho, though. I did enjoy Idaho. They do have great potatoes.
Oh, yeah. Well, sorry I can't help you.
Hey, no worries, buddy. I appreciate it. Have a good one, all right? Enjoy your holidays. Have a happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Didn't see that coming. Those people out mid-suburb west or whatever they called it. Nice, different kind of breed. All right, let's go to the middle. Let's not go to Jackson Hole. Let's go, we like to go outside. Stagecoach Inn and Suites, baby. In Dubois, Wyoming. Calling Dubois, Wyoming. Stagecoach Inn and Suites. Oh, we eat some Wyoming steak. That guy said potatoes, by the way. I think he's Idaho high.
Stagecoach Inn, how may I help you?
Oh, hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. My name's Billy, and I do a show every week on the food and the drink of every state. This week we're doing Wyoming. I just had a quick question for someone who lives in Wyoming, if you got 1 second.
All right.
I'm assuming you live in Wyoming, you're out there. I'm looking for like iconic food and drinks that like represent the state. Like I said, every week we do a different one. Wyoming. If you were putting together like a gift package, hey, here's something to remember, you're from Wyoming. What would it be? What would the foods that you put in there? Is there some kind of like iconic thing? Because it's tough. I haven't found much. It's tricky.
Yeah, that's even a bit of a tricky one for me to answer too, and I've been here my entire life.
I found some ranches that like have cattle, and there's like Wyoming beef. We brought in some of that for the show. That's cool. I found some Wyoming whiskey. That's cool, but it doesn't seem that that's like a big thing. A lot of states have like, oh, here's a soda that we have, that no one else has, or like here's a fast food joint that no one else has. But I guess the sparse population out there keeps that stuff limited, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, beef is a pretty big producer here in the state. It's pretty well used everywhere here in the state. Buffalo would be another huge one. There are a few buffalo ranches here in town that do sell, not here in town, here in the state, on the western side of the state, that sell buffalo steaks and buffalo burgers and things like that. But then there's also the whiskeys. Like there's one that's based just out of Sheridan, Wyoming, I think it is. That is just called Wyoming whiskey.
That's the one I got. I got Wyoming whiskey. I'm not exactly sure where. What's it say here? Kirby. I have it right in front of me. Kirby, Wyoming.
Yeah.
This stuff's great. This is really tasty. Is this like at all the bars out there, kind of, or it's in the?
It's their own distillery and everything, and then they have a little bar that they have right there, but then it's sold most everywhere here in the
I like it. It uses all Wyoming grains and Wyoming products. They make it there. I love that. A lot of whiskey places do not do that, so I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
Only a few other states that I find places that did that. Can I ask you one more quick question about just the state as a whole, since you live there and I've never been there? So I live in New Jersey. We do the show from there. I break up New Jersey like regionally as like North Jersey, Central Jersey, South Jersey. North Jersey's a little closer to New York. It's got like New York kind of vibes, it's like city, suburban. Central Jersey's mostly all suburban, and then South Jersey's got maybe some beach towns, a little closer to Philly. How the square state of Wyoming I'm looking at, how would you break it up, I guess, regionally? I guess the capital is in the southeast, but that's really all I could tell.
Yeah. So there's a couple of different ways that people will do it. Some people will just break it into fourths and just call it the northeast, northwest,
right,
southwest, southeast kind of areas. And then there's another way to break it up. There is the eastern side of the state, which is just about the left, just a little bit to the left of Casper, Wyoming.
Okay.
Starts their county line, and from everywhere that way is considered eastern Wyoming. And then there's the Laramie and Cheyenne section. That's the college.
Down south, I see it. Yeah, I'm looking at it on a map.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
they'll split themselves off.
These are like college towns down here, though? Laramie and Cheyenne?
Laramie has the University of Wyoming.
Okay.
And then Cheyenne is the capital, and they're pretty close to each other. They're about a 30-minute drive between each other.
See that? Cool.
Otherwise, it's eastern Wyoming all the way north, and then from Casper to the left is just western Wyoming, kind of. And then there's Yellowstone.
Yellowstone's the big thing. I forgot that was even out there. I was like, oh, Yellowstone, that's right. And the geyser, right? That's there.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So like Yellowstone and Jackson will be the mountainous.
The big attractions,
area.
right? And you have
the big attraction.
I'm scrolling in a little bit on the map here. I see you have an Atlantic City there. We have an Atlantic City here. I don't know who came first.
I'm pretty sure Atlantic City is a little bit of more of a ghost town now.
Yeah, I see that. It says the population 37, so I'm going to go ahead and say.
Yeah, they're one of the smaller little places.
But there's probably a lot.
Mostly.
Is there a lot of that out there? Like these tiny little towns with like 100 people? Because like the population is pretty low in the whole state. It's a fairly large state.
Yeah, there's several towns. So here in our town, we have about 1,000 people in total. And then if you drive from Du Bois, Wyoming, all the way over to Casper, Wyoming, you'll run through like 4 different cities that have a population of like 15 to 20.
What? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, now is there like restaurants in those towns or anything? Is there stuff happening there?
They have a couple of restaurants and stuff. Most of them will just have like a little like gas station that's not really a gas station and more of a pull-off because it's just not used anymore.
Right.
But they still have like designated post offices and everything. They're just not very many people live there.
Yeah, it's just wild.
Far away from everything.
I kind of love that. Like being from the East Coast, it's just a wild thing to hear. Like the towns like that. I always think of that kind of like sparse stuff between, driving from I don't know what's the road out from California to Las Vegas in the desert and stuff like that. But Wyoming's not desert. You're open America there. That's not desert world.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like a desert, but looking topographically and at climate maps and everything, we're what's considered a high desert. So
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
We have the same kind of climate as a desert and everything. I mean, the state can reach 100 degrees in the summertime, and it can reach below 0 in the winter.
Right.
We have a wide range here, and during fall and winter, there's almost no life.
Really? So everything's dead?
Oh, yeah.
Because it gets super cold, I guess.
Everything dies out except for sagebrush.
Right. And then I'm assuming all the tourism that happens is, I guess, spring to summer-ish, generally speaking?
Yep.
Like Yellowstone.
Tourism picks up right about when southern entrance of Yellowstone happens or there is skiing in Jackson. Otherwise, there's not really much happening here.
Jackson, that's right. That's the city I saw. That's the big happening city, I guess. Jackson Hole, that whole area. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Jackson would be one of the more touristy kind of areas. It's
Right.
a lot closer to Yellowstone and everything, and they have big brand names and things, and they're also just a really like high-end town.
Right, compared to the rest of the state, of course, right? And then I guess there's more population on that side, too. Is there any, am I wrong? Maybe not?
Well, and on this side of the state, Jackson's about the only place that has a lot of population or anything. Otherwise, most of the population is either in Casper or Laramie.
Casper or Laramie. Yeah, Laramie I've heard of. Is there any great, like, what's a great town, like, if you're going to visit? You know, I've never been to Wyoming. If I want to come to Wyoming, should I go to Jackson and hang out, or is that going to be too close to stuff? I want to see real Wyoming. You know, where do I go? What's the place?
Yeah, so there's... Jackson's a nice little place because you get to see a lot more of the wildlife and everything, and it's also a lot closer to Yellowstone, and then you can see wildlife there, too.
The airport's over there, too, right? I guess the main airport?
Yeah, there's a Jackson Hole Airport over there, too.
So you'd be coming in there, generally. And then where would you go?
Yeah.
What's a great town to go to as someone who lives there that, like, I don't know, you would send someone to hang out with this nice local dive bar and a, you know, good Wyoming steak place or something?
Yeah, so, like, one of my favorite places would be Thermopolis, Wyoming. They have, like, I think it's, like, the largest hot springs in the, I think it's the nation.
Thermopolis.
They have a huge, like, hot spring area, and most of all of it you can swim in. There are certain ones that you just can't, but they have several different natural hot spring pools and everything.
Nice.
There's that. They have an amazing little, like, restaurant kind of bar mix-in kind of place called One-Eyed Buffalo, and they are a great place to eat at.
I love that.
They also have a fossil museum up there, and several of the mammoth fossils and stuff that were found in the state are right in there, too.
Yeah, a lot of fossils out there, too. That's a big thing, I heard, right?
Mm-hmm. And Casper has that same kind of fossil museum and everything, and then there's a community college over there that has their own natural history museum and everything else like that, too.
Nice.
And they're a lot more geographically what people would think Wyoming looks like.
Right.
More barren with one mountain right there next to you.
Nice. All right, so Jackson, the touristy, for lack of a better word, like metro kind of area, and then Thermopolis and Casper for the real deal kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. Well, maybe I got to make my way out to Wyoming. Who knows? Is it nice out there? Do you love it out there?
It's nice. Sometimes there's a little bit too much snow for my liking, but that's about anywhere.
Does it get too thick on the snow sometimes?
Continental Divide just next to Jackson can get 6-7+ feet of snow every year.
I like snow. That's a bit much. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and agree with you there. I'm going to go ahead and say maybe knock that down a notch, and I'll come out.
Yeah.
I'm not the skiing type, you know. Well, great. I mean, thank you so much for that info. I mean, that was fantastic. Yeah. If there's anything else people should know about Wyoming, I guess.
I'm not fully sure.
I think you gave the people great info, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, only other thing that not very many people notice about Wyoming or anything is that there's an itty-bitty tiny little town called Kemmerer, and they started JCPenney's right there in that town. The first ever JCPenney's was there.
Kemmerer, Wyoming, the first JCPenney's. Wow, who saw that coming?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. There it is, JCPenney House and Museum. I see it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And another fossil gallery. Wow, lots of fossils.
Yeah.
The dinosaurs died out there. All right. Well, thank you so much. What was your name again?
Ethan.
Ethan, thank you so much for all the info. Super appreciate it.
Certainly.
Have a good one. Enjoy your new year, all right?
You too.
I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Ethan with the clutch facts. Boom! Wow, Wyoming people are nice. Who saw that coming? Wow, what interesting shit. Ethan laid more on us in a 6-minute phone call than that stupid tourism video. JCPenney House and Museum. We're talking Thermopolis as a tiny, cool little town in Casper. Give me Thermopolis. This looks like a cool little town here. I've never heard of such a thing. The county seat and the largest town in Hot Springs County, Wyoming, United States. Population of 2,725 people. Thermopolis is Greek for hot city. Hot city, baby. Thermopolis, it's hot city. Woo! I want to go to Hot City. You know any nice hotels here? I'll come down and throw down in Hot City, baby. That's where I'm going to go celebrate 50 weeks completion. I'm out in Hot City. Catch me in Hot City, baby. Not gonna lie, it looks a little boring. Hot Springs, though, that's cool. Hot Springs Health, Hot Springs Hospital, got it, yes. Okay, Family Dollar, all right. Los Cabos, okay. We're gonna have to see if they got some Marriotts out there or something. But okay, you know, we're going out to Thermopolis. And Ethan did ring the bell on the Wyoming whiskey. We liked it. We like it when the bell gets rung. It's gonna need more steak, don't mind me. Bell got rung on Wyoming whiskey, so that's a hit. Steak is fantastic. I wish we could get in touch with these steak providers. What's their name? Wyoming Pure, baby. I wish we could align that up. What's today? Oh, they close at 3. What kind of play? 9 to 3. 9 to noon on Thursdays and Fridays. What are you doing? I guess they don't want to just talk to people. Just place your order and go away. I get it. I'm not mad. Fantastic beef from Wyoming Pure. Not gonna lie. You know I would shit all over it if it sucked. Your boy eats a lot of beef. This is a good steak. Check it out one more time. You got your New York strip over here. Real nice. Real juicy. Eating with 2 knives. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, real nice on a steak. Cheers. All right. Special guest Ethan rounded out everything we needed to know about Wyoming. Food and drink, they said the beef was real. Hit the beef. Wyoming whiskey was big. Let's check what this video is about. What's this? More Welcome to Wyoming.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to Wyoming. Welcome to Torrington.
Wheatland. Jackson Hole.
Gillette and Wright. We want you here.
No, you don't.
Cheyenne is an authentic Western community. So if you visit...
All right. Here's the problem with videos like this. Here's a problem with videos like this. This guy looks like a serial killer. But it's not his fault. No. This poor guy, you know, what's with the hat, with the smile? Probably a nice guy. He's from Cheyenne. I don't want to rip on this guy.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take you to the Wrangler Western Wear store.
I bet you will. I think that, you know, the one thing I've learned is as the series goes on, I don't even want to say that. I'm not sure if I started mean or not. I think every state, sometimes they ask to be a little meaner. I think the nicer they are, the nicer treatment they get. The Wrangler looks like a great hotel. I'm ready to go stay there. Maybe not, but...
Right there in downtown Cheyenne. It's a store that smells leather. You need to buy boots, cowboy hats, and be ready to go for your Western vacation in Cheyenne and the rest of Wyoming.
Yo, I want to go see...
There are so many good restaurants in downtown Jackson.
Number one, what is this accent? This is not a Wyoming accent. This woman is clearly in the Witness Protection Program.
We are a foodie gem. You can look out and see, you know, this quintessential downtown square or just these beautiful buildings. And
this town looks fucking boring. I'm not going to lie. Even though this is the happening town.
The architecture, but then if you add on the view as well, Spring Creek Ranch, you can enjoy an elk dinner overlooking the Tetons. So wherever you eat, look out the window.
My personal favorite thing to do in Gillette is attend as many of the events at Camplex Multi-Event Center as we possibly can. Everything is offered there, from rodeos to fireworks shows.
Yeah, I want to go to a rodeo in fucking Wyoming. Isn't rodeos like south, though?
We're very fortunate that we have the University of Wyoming in Laramie, and that makes us a very young and vibrant community. The hidden gem in Laramie would be a favorite picnic spot, either in Vidavoo or up in the Snowy Range.
Vidavoo, this guy's just like, they're like, hey, guy, sell Wyoming to the people. You're going to represent Laramie. Do me a favor. I like how they broke it up by the town, too. This guy. Hey, man, We need you to sell Laramie to the people, all right? So do me a favor. Put on your best gear, your best Laramie shirt you got, and tell us what you like about Laramie. You know, tell us how fortunate you are to have the kids there, and tell us your favorite spot. And then he talks to us about a picnic hole.
Either in Vidavoo or up in the Snowy Range Mountains. The beauty of it is you can be very secluded and feel like you're just part of nature.
There isn't just one unique thing about Torrington, Wyoming or Goshen County, but it's multiple things. I think that we are very rich in Western history and have scenic buttes and a great character of the Western spirit.
The Wind River Mountain Range is...
I hate this woman. She reminds me of a librarian. The one thing I will say, Wyoming, you've taught me one thing. And none of these videos have told me this yet. Wyoming, if there's one thing that you taught me today, it's the ability, you know, your boy's from New Jersey. Spent a lot of time in the Big Apple, the old New York City, the old, whatever, you know, insert all the names here. Been a lot of these classic old steakhouses with a lot of oldie time fucking people who like to fucking eat bigly fucking New York steaks. Still keep the names out of it and all that, but you know, we've been all the places. All the big hits. The Lugers, the Keeds, the Wolfies, the this, the that. Been to them all. Had great meals. One of the big things the oldie timers like to do is drink whiskey or scotch and eat their steak. I love my whiskey. I hate scotch. Love my whiskey. Love my bourbons. Love my ryes. Hate my scotch. Don't want it with my steak. I like a nice martini, red wine with the steak. Everyone knows this about me. No new news to be had here. I like to start the meal with a martini. We move on to nice big reds. The steak is here. Don't worry. Billy will finish all the steak as long as the red is coming. It's the first time. And maybe it has something to do with the beautiful symmetry of Wyoming-made product with Wyoming hands and Wyoming-grown goods, with Wyoming-grown cattle that consume Wyoming grains and grasses and pasture and feed, and Wyoming, presumably, bullets to the head when they ultimately get killed and chopped up and frozen after being dried aged. I feel like I'm a piece of Wyoming now. I feel like I'm out here with the people of Wyoming and like this librarian-looking bitch from Wind River Country. I feel, and the guy from Laramie who loved the picnic spot. I feel like I should be in this video as well, but alas, I am not. That would have been a really good bit if I could, at the end of this video. It's me. Hey, I love Wyoming. I had a steak here once and drank some whiskey. It's really good.
It's famous for its beauty and its remoteness. So if you like hiking, the Wind River...
All these people are saying the same shit. I'm not going to lie. Maybe some dullards out in Wyoming. I'm not going to lie, but...
Out of this world stunning.
Downtown Rollins is wonderful.
You ever see, this looks like, that outfit that she's wearing looks like, you ever see the crash test dummy action figures? You're a kid? You know what I'm talking about. These guys had action figures, I think, a TV show. But you remember these fucking guys? I'm not quite sure how I thought of this one. But these were like characters. They had like a cartoon. They were a whole campaign. These dudes. This just came to my head. If these guys had a wife in the TV show, that's what she would wear. These guys had their own TV show. And if they had a wife in the TV show, that's what she would wear.
Wonderful. We added 2 beautiful sculptures of hawks. The depot downtown is just beautiful.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I've seen a lot of these promo videos for states. We've done a lot of states so far. And, we're 60% way through this video here, and you're saying we have beautiful new statues of some hawks. I've not heard anyone else sell a state by saying we got some new hawk statues. I understand you're Wyoming, you're a little bit of a recluse, you're between a lot of other states, but maybe X-nay on the we got new hawk statues.
Small park right across the street, Depot Park.
Platte County is a great place to come to, and not just to travel through on your way to all the other great places in Wyoming, but to come and stay for a few nights and take advantage of the multiple things that we have that you can experience that you really need more than a day for. We've got water sports, we've got great hiking, biking, you've got the river that you can float on, you've got just
That's not a river.
Things to be able
Is that a river?
What makes Sweetwater County so unique, I think, is the diverse landscape. Most people, when you think of Wyoming,
all of these people, I think, are in witness protection. Not one person seems to have a Wyoming accent.
Lush forest and mountains.
Everyone I've talked to sounds completely different, including Ethan on the phone.
That makes it so unique.
Ethan sounded like 3 different people when I was talking to him.
We have rock formations, a lot of geology attractions that make it unique to Wyoming.
I think what Casper's probably really known for, and we hear this in research too, is Casper Mountain. So
this woman looks like a pencil. Sorry, that was mean.
A lot of people associate our community with that mountain, so it's super easy to do a lot of outdoor recreation things like hiking, horseback riding, camping. You pull your fat bike out. There's so many things to do.
Pull your fat bike out.
For us is a really cool asset.
She probably says that a lot.
This
is Wyoming.
We want you here.
It's a great place.
Come and see us.
Wow, you're really selling it, guys. How much do you think they spent on this video? I mean, Jesus Christ. All right, let's do another, maybe a Wyoming Eats video. Is there some kind of like, can we get a video maybe with the not same 6 people? Here we go. Best Eats of Wyoming, simply Jocelyn. Oh, boy. 3-minute hit.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn, and I'm here.
All right, here we go. Is another one of these things. Let's scroll down and see. 5,000 subs, 6,500 views. Let's do it, Jocelyn. Let's see if you deserve it.
Here at Devil's Tower in Wyoming, and these are the eats of Wyoming.
Great.
First, my favorite thing to eat in Wyoming is chili.
Why? What is that text? Why is that the font?
Absolutely love the chili here. They make it usually with either beef or bison. I really prefer the bison. And while we're talking about bison, that's another big meat that you'll eat here. They have it in hamburger, meatballs, just as a steak. Personally, I really like it in meatballs. I like ground bison more than I do bison steaks. That's just a personal preference.
Cool, dude.
But you'll also find a lot of beef steaks. And if you've driven through Wyoming, you'll understand
beef steak.
why. Because there are tons and tons.
Who's watching these videos with this terrible sound in the back? This terrible sound quality. How am I eking out barely a couple views? Is 6,500 views on this? Come on.
Tons of grass-fed cattle all over.
Be humble.
The place, roaming wild. Anyway.
Yeah, so beefsteak is big. We hit that mark. She's ringing the bell.
You'll also find elk, kind of less so than you'll find beef, bison.
What are these fonts? What is terrible? What is it? Blue cheese with berries?
Let's talk about jerky.
Ugh.
Jerky here is absolutely incredible.
Terrible information.
Jerkies, if you will. They're like handcrafted.
Shut up.
They're not quite my jam, but you can
Gold
get
testicles.
them. They're usually served as an appetizer.
What's up with Rocky Mountain oysters? This is like the 3rd or 4th state this came up. I want to say that Colorado, that was one big one that came up. Idaho, it was a big one. Utah, is it this whole corner? They just love eating beef balls? Like, what is that? What is that about?
But if you've never had them, it's probably worth trying. As far as fish
if you don't like
goes,
Rocky Mountain oysters, there is always Taco John's.
You find halibut, salmon, and trout.
Oh, yeah, I want some Wyoming halibut.
A lot more of the first 2 than there are of the trout. Most of the trout.
Oh, that's right. Forgot we have dessert. Here we go. Tell us, at least segue us into the chokecherries.
Area, and personally, I really like them as a syrup poured over chocolate ice cream. That would be my favorite. But you get them in ice cream, and you'll get them as jam, and sometimes you'll get them on top of cakes. I mean, it's just all sorts of stuff. So definitely try those out and maybe purchase yourself a little bottle to take home. Lamb
take home.
Another something that you'll see on a lot of menus, and you'll also see wandering around on the side of the highway. So you'll definitely get some good fresh lamb when you're in Wyoming too.
Domestic Wyoming lamb, huh?
Things to eat when I'm in Wyoming is fry bread. I grew up on Native American fry bread in southern Arizona, and the fry bread I've had here has been just as good as my childhood memories. So that means it's
well, anywhere with Native Americans, they're gonna have the fry bread. You know, we got to rip them off for sure. Where to eat in Jackson and Teton Village? Nah. Where to eat? Nah. I'm kind of done with the other faux influencer videos. But she did give us a good segue into the next bit here. Huckleberry Haven. Now, if you recall, Huckleberry Haven, we called on the other show. I forget what week it was. But I want to say they were from Montana. Montana, MT, Montana, right? MT's Montana? I should know that by now. Huckleberry Haven, big on the huckleberries. Montana, big on the huckleberries, but they have wild chokecherry jelly, which we got, and they get it from, I think, Wyoming. And actually, I didn't even think about this till right now. Huckleberry Haven was one of our greatest guests we've ever had on the show because we called very late, and she answered and talked to us way too long. So we're going to call him again. And we're going to ask about the chokecherries. Let's go. Huckleberry Haven in Montana asking about Wyoming. Meanwhile, here we go. We got the chokecherry jelly from Huckleberry Haven, wild, on some nice, beautiful toasted bread that I got here. Let's take a look. See this bread. I made this bread. But this isn't my bread show. Look at this beautiful bread. I made that. Toasted it. And now we're going to put some my favorite kind of cherry. Chokecherry.
Welcome to Huckleberry Haven. Our office hours are 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Finally, Wendy decided to...
Please feel free
to not answer the phone. Remember she answered? She was like, yeah, it's like 11 o'clock here. I was like, what are you doing at Huckleberry Haven at midnight? That's in the Montana episode, whatever week that was. Watch that one. She was very informative, though. Very nice. So chokecherries. Wild chokecherry jelly. Arguably the best of all the cherries. The chokecherry. Everyone knows. Can we get a chokecherry? Chokecherry, Wyoming video while we spread some chokecherry jam on my house-made bread. That would be great. For a dessert, of course. A dessert. I don't want to watch a 28-minute video. I'm sorry. Do we got a quick hit, or do we just move on? Because ain't nobody got time. Chokecherries! I think we saw this one, but let's watch this one.
Chokecherry, Prunus virginiana.
This guy's going to be great, full of info. Let's watch him while I spread the chokecherry on my toast.
It's a very, very common tree. It grows in the understory of the woods all around here. This is upstate New York. Chokecherries don't get very big. You can see this little patch here. Oh, they get about 8-10 feet tall, at least where I live. And not much more than that. They'll grow in full shade. And as you can see, they'll even fruit in the shade. And as you can guess by the name chokecherry, the fruit doesn't always taste very good. But you have to remember something about fruit, is that it's a lot like people. Some individuals are sweet and some are bitter.
Excuse me? The hell did this guy just say? Is he equating chokecherries to people? Anyway, this guy in the video is from New York. Allegedly. I'm smashing this chokecherry. The very best of all the cherries. Chokecherries. Jelly from Huckleberry Haven. Wow. Really good. Super juicy. Kind of like cranberry a little bit. It has a little cranberry. Maybe this guy's actually got input. I can't speak to it. It tastes good.
And chokecherries are the same. I've found chokecherries that are really delicious and some that are pretty horrible. But if you want to identify chokecherry, one of the easiest ways is to just find a branch and give it a little scratch and then smell it. Obviously you can't do that in the video, but do a little scratch and sniff, and it'll taste like a very strong smell, like cherry cough syrup or something like that. Some other features is the leaves are broad ovals. If this was black cherry, which is more of a tall tree, they would be slender.
This guy's terrible. I mean, he's identifying it, but no, it's really good.
Cherry is it has.
It just tastes like kind of any other.
And chokecherry has a brown bud. And chokecherries come in these clusters. They're not ripe now. When they're ripe, they'll turn totally black, and they will be heavily consumed by birds and all forms of.
I mean, this definitely has a big black cherry vibe.
They're after, but the seed.
If I told you this was black cherry jam and you ate it,
same as the almonds. So it has a tiny little nut inside the fruit. A great wildlife tree. Another thing you can use to identify it is it gets this fungus called black knot.
All right, I'm bored of this guy already. What a bore.
Common.
Imagine eating dinner with this guy, having to do the holidays with this guy.
Swollen.
Hey, ma'am, to tell us about the chokecherries you found. He's trying to tell you about chokecherry fungus.
Canker that grows on the stems and branches of chokecherry. But all this undergrowth that you see is chokecherry underneath some big old ash and sugar maple. Thanks for watching.
Did that guy just end the video with thanks for watching? Come on, bro.
Chokecherry, Prunus virginiana.
Dude. Clearly, I am not a YouTube savant. But you don't go on a 3-minute rant about your specialty and then end it with, oh, thanks for watching. Fucking hate these people, dude. Some of these people on YouTube piss me off. Anyway. Chokecherries! That guy taught us nothing unless we were trying to forage them. Well, needless to say, my bread's delicious. This we know. My bread has nothing to do with this program. Chokecherries, delightful. I'm not sure where else we can go. Maybe we have some. My favorite thing I've had so far on the show. The steak is fantastic. It's the steak and the Wyoming whiskey, no question. Maybe there's learn about Wyoming whiskey from Wyoming whiskey. All right, let's give me a minute video on that. I mean, it's probably a promo reel, but let's do that. Wyoming whiskey. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
Our family first came to Wyoming in 1890.
All right.
And the Meads and Hansons have worked at our ranches in Spring Gulch and Kirby ever
The Meads and the Hansons.
Since. In June of 2006, Brad Mead said to his wife Kate and friend David DeFazio, let's make bourbon. And a company...
Why all the name shoehorning? Couldn't we just been like the fucking stick with the Needs and the Meads or whatever and just, use the last names? It sounds cool. Kate and Bobby said to each other, let's get friend Johnny in here. No, stop it.
An idea were born with a simple mission to produce Wyoming's first premium whiskey using only Wyoming ingredients.
I love it.
Unrivaled water from
makes me very happy.
Limestone aquifer that lies a mile below ground. We built the first legal distillery in the great state of Wyoming.
Yes.
Featuring a custom-made still from Vendome copper and brass.
Vendome!
And started production on a traditional bourbon from an untraditional place. A whiskey that our great state could be proud of.
I'm proud of it.
And would soon be recognized as America's next great bourbon.
Well,
to be sipped,
it's pretty good.
Savored, and shared from Wyoming.
I mean,
with
it's
the world.
Explicitly not a bourbon. It's an American straight whiskey, but I think they do make a bourbon. It's pretty goddamn good, though, man. I'm not going to lie. This Outrider is fantastic. The other stuff I had from
Our family first came.
Outrider is really good. I don't know what whiskey wide open spaces. Wait, we're just gonna maybe inappropriate for some users. Why? I'm gonna kill the audio on this. We're gonna watch animals die or something. I don't know. We're not. I want to know about your whiskey, bro. I know you guys are been living in Wyoming for 50 fucking years, but we don't need to see the fucking elk get capped. We're here for the whiskey. 4 videos. Let's step up. 15 subs. How does Wyoming whiskey have less subs than me? They deserve more. No doubt. Do they deserve more? I guess you wouldn't subscribe to them. I don't know. What the fuck ever. This stuff's pretty goddamn good. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if we would need to watch a video on it, a tasting on it. I already did that. I think their description of tasting notes are actually pretty accurate. And I don't want to watch these dudes just drink whiskey. I think this is really good stuff. I mean, we ate our way through Wyoming. We drank our way through Wyoming. We chatted with the people of Wyoming. We ate Wyoming beef. We drank Wyoming whiskey. Fantastic Wyoming whiskey at that. And I dare say, I dare say, I don't want to say it, but I dare say, that's week 50. Week 50, Wyoming. In the proverbial bag. Let's take a look at the schedule. Let's see where we are next week. Holy shit! From the top to the bottom and everything in between. From Alabama all the way to Wyoming. 50 weeks. 50 states in 50 weeks. Finito. Guys, I don't even know how to end this. Wyoming, fantastic state. Jackson, the Tetons, all the way from Yellowstone down to the Tetons, all the way out to Casper, to, what was the name of it? Hullabaloo? Hold on. Thermopolis. Thermopolis to Casper. Yellowstone down to the Tetons. And that's right. All the way down to you, Cheyenne, everything in between. Wyoming. You're a big, bad state. Often confused for probably every state that's around you. Your beef. Top quality stuff. Wyoming Pure Beef. Thank you, Wyoming Pure Natural Beef, for sending these delicious steaks. Fantastic stuff. Wyoming cattle. Eating Wyoming grains. Eating Wyoming grass. Tastes like Wyoming. The only thing that makes it taste more like Wyoming is sucking it down with some Wyoming Whiskey Outrider. That's right. Wyoming grown barley, corn, rye, made by Wyoming hands in a Wyoming distillery. Respect. Wyoming, you're a do-it-yourself state. It seems like you just go out there and get it done. You're a bunch of do-gooders and go-get-ems. Yeah, that works. Go-get-emers. You got that pioneering spirit, even though some of you were trying to get out west and you gave up in Wyoming. A couple more states to go, and you didn't really make it to the gold rush, but it's okay. You got a nice little state there. A little sparsely populated, too. You got 500,000 people in the 10th biggest state by land in a country. Kind of crazy. Think about it. It's a goddamn town with 100 people out there. Whoever we talked to said. Week 50, Wyoming in the bag. That's it. That's 50 states. Brings a little tear to my eye. Not really. Very dry. Very dead inside. Wow. 50 weeks. 50 states in 50 weeks. You would think that I would have come up with something nice to say about this whole experience right now. But I didn't. So I was going to go shoot from the hip. Like this entire series, shot from the hip. And here we are 50 weeks later. It's all over. I'm looking at it right now on the big screen. Wyoming. I don't believe it. Cheers to Wyoming. Cheers to you for watching, whether you're watching live right now or on YouTube, or maybe this is the year 2050 and it's the future. And we're watching this in a reflective kind of way. Here it is. Wyoming, week 50 in the bag. I want to thank everybody who ever watched this show. I want to thank everybody whoever laid eyes on it, anyone who clicked a like, anyone who clicked a dislike, anyone who clicked a share, anyone who clicked anything in between. Thank you. You can follow me on Instagram, @TheBillyVegas, or @HackChef, depending on what you're looking for. All episodes, all 50 weeks on YouTube, bitsandbytes.us, brings it right to the playlist. I want to thank you all so much for watching and playing along at home. It's been a lot of fun. Fun year. Hopefully we'll do it again. 2022, new studio, new shows, new people, new programming. Sky's the limit. We're going to the moon. This has been Bits and Bytes. 50 states, 50 weeks, United States edition. The United States edition ends now in Wyoming, but we're going to see you real soon with some more goods. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing along at home. Thank you for calling. Thank you for everything. See you.